Adam Grünewald was born on October 20, 1902, in Frickenhausen am Main, in the German Empire. His father was a carpenter, who died when he was 8. Grünewald apprenticed as a baker, but found finding permanent work difficult when the First World War ended and demobilized soldiers entered the job market. Attracted to the nationalist propaganda of the time, Grünewald joined the Freikorps, before signing on with the army for 12 years, leaving the army as a staff sergeant in April 1931. Grünewald once again struggled to find employment, and so joined the Sturmbannführer, or SA. He rose to the rank of Obersturmbannführer in the SA before switching to the SS shortly after the Night of the Long Knives. In 1943, he succeeded Karl Chmielewski as commandant of Herzogenbusch concentration camp. However, like his predecessor, he was also removed. He was found guilty of excessive cruelty to prisoners by an SS court for his role in the bunker tragedy in January 1944. Grünewald was investigated by SS Judge Georg Konrad Morgan. Oswald Pohl, the head administrator of the Nazi concentration camp system, told Morgan not to bother with a trial, saying the lives of the women were meaningless in comparison to the many German women who had died in Allied bombing raids. However, Morgan proceeded with his investigation, which Pohl unsuccessfully attempted to block. Part of the reason Morgan was allowed to continue the investigation was that the incident was linked to the Dutch public. The regime figured that punishing Adam Grünewald would most likely soften public anger over the incident. Before the court reached its verdict, it decided to define the limits of the term disciplinary authority of camp commanders. In the case the situation required it. The court's term camp commandants were authorized to carry out the punishments that, quote, may significantly harm physical well-being. Under those circumstances, such punishments were legal, and, quote, can never be punished as abuse. However, in Grünewald's case, they said he went too far. He was found guilty of 10 counts of manslaughter and sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for 10 counts of manslaughter. He was spared a harsher sentence on the grounds of his military service, and the court accepting his claim that he, quote, didn't wish for the death of 10 women. The court found his crimes, quote, did not come in the slightest out of dishonorable motives. In March 1944, after serving a month in prison, Grünewald was pardoned, but he was stripped of his rank and ordered to serve on the Eastern Front as a rank-and-file soldier. He finished the war with the 3rd SS Division Totenkopf in the Siege of Budapest. His final rank was SS Sturmbannführer. He was killed in action in a German counter-offensive in the Siege of Budapest, on January 22, 1945. He was 42 years old.